technology to enhance an employee experience. The bottom line of using technology. Technology, like Reniko was saying, is not about using 10 new stuff and saying, I've got this new 10 stuff. It's about how does it result in experience. And I'll give you some example as I talk about it. The second part is all about technology and sustainability, in my view, are two sides of the same coin. You got to get both moving together. Right now, just talk about technology today from an employee perspective. When an employee gets up in the morning, he says, okay, I've decided to go to work today, not work from home. So he or she needs a cab. So what does he do? They take out the phone and book a cab for them, right? And that's as simple as that. You get to the work, and thanks to COVID, you don't want to touch anything. You got a touchless entry into the office. You're again using technology there, right? You get into the office, and then you're saying, what is the air I'm breathing? You're again using technology to see what is the CO2 level in the office. Earlier, once upon a time, companies did at a once in a quarter exercise, maybe a decade back. Today, that's there right in front of you, right? You got the IOQ machine, you got your BMS, you can put it up in your screen at any point of time. What is the CO2 level in the office? It was non-existent, right? So today, that's right there. Now, this is both a technology and an employee user experience. Technology to show you exactly how good and safe the office is. For an employee, I here got, I know exactly what the office I'm breathing in, right? So I think you take anything that we do today from an employee perspective, it's all technology. And the third thing that the technology is driving is the bottom line, right? Right? So we use technology to sit next to each other, right? If I need to pull in you or I need to pull in Ashish, I pull in you, again use technology, right? Earlier you went into video conference room to do a video. Today you have smart board that sits next on the floor, where while you're discussing, you use the same whiteboard. You got somebody in the office who's from home working, use the same whiteboard to log in. You make your, earlier you thought you could only do creative work sitting in a room, but you can use the same whiteboard, which three people sitting in the office and 2 people sitting in the home seeing the same whiteboard. You write everything out, and when you finish, you just mail it off. So that's technology at work. It's also an experience from an employee perspective, right? So I think what we are seeing is technology in everything that we do, from how efficiently you can work and collaborate in a meeting, how you deliver food to an associate, right? And for example, we just did something called a congestion meter. I can show it on my phone, right? What that does is, so we build up, I would say, a fantastic cafeteria. Everything in the works is there. What's the feedback? It's very crowded when I go in, right? So what we did, if you don't mind, just mute it, please. Thank you so much. So what we did is, we created a congestion meter. So you open up your app, it tells you how many people are there in the cafeteria, right? It gives you red, amber, and a green. So if it's red and if you still go, that's your stupidity, not my problem. So I'm going to tell you, you go when it is amber or a green. Right? So what you are seeing is this whole technology in everything, and that's wholly driven by the end user experience. If it doesn't work for them, it's of no use. Right? Sustainability, again, if you look at organizations, it's around renewable energy. It's around, driving energy efficiency, right? Now, for example, if I have got 50 people coming in, now you don't need to fire up the whole building. You just fire up the section where people are sitting. Right? Today we have technology where you can integrate your LMS and your AC, right? So when you walk into a meeting room, it's warm, but that's the price you pay for your contribution to sustainability. But over 5-10 minutes, it will stabilize. That's early morning. If you're doing the daytime, it's stabilized, right? So you're using, energy efficiency. I think the waste management is a big part of sustainability. And in waste management, I think what is about the objective is being around zero contribution to landfills, which is very, very critical, right? It's about how much waste to generate, right? So there is a lot of effort out there, right, that you recycle, and there is fancy, I don't know, like, see, he talks about circular economy.
Yeah.
You think, how do you use it around, right? And what do you call it? So the whole sustainability piece and technology, they go hand in hand. And all of this is actually a saving to your bottom line, right? If you use this whole energy saving, every pie you save in energy is a direct saving to the bottom line. The technology that you use in terms of space management, you under, right? What we're talking about earlier, that you don't need design space for everyone because you're only coming in 2 days a week, 3 days a week. That is what, 20%, 30% of your real estate fleet size, right? So for example, earlier on what companies did, I have 1,000 people at 100 square feet per person. I need there's 1 million square feet, right?
Yeah.
Million square feet, and if you say to build it out, if you want, 1 million square feet, at 1 million square feet, if you take an average, say 100 rupees per square feet, what is that? Right? Now, instead of that, you say, I've got 60% coming to office 3 days a week. So I keep some buffer and I build only 70%. So instead of taking 100,000, I just take 70,000. You got 30,000 down in your capital because you're building only 30% less, and you got 30% in the whole operating cost, in the rent and camp. So I think technology is about driving efficiency, the bottom line. It's about it's all about employee experience, and it's all about sustainability. I think the offices are designed differently depending where you are in the world, right? I remember once Mike Holland, somebody told me that they designed an office in Bhutan, and they went for a LEED certification, and they said, I can't give you LEED because you don't have AC, right? And they said, Bhutan doesn't require an AC, right? So I think that comparison with what they do there and here, I think it's two different worlds. You are designed by what works for us, right? So there are, I mean, we are a US-based, our parent company is in the US. US has got a very different weather, different temperature, different work the way you do, and hence designed very differently, right? Whereas it's very different. We are a more warmer country, right? So it's very different. And I think what most modern organizations are doing is, while they may have certain parameters in terms of safety protocol, all of that, the design is now left to home countries to decide what they want to do. But there are certain technologies which you're using. Of course, you learn from each other, right? And in a lot of cases today, a lot of new sent are being set here. Without taking name, in my previous organization, when we rolled out smart working, nobody will have a desk and we'll use technology. They said, no, it's not, you can't do that. Then there was a lot of 100 things why it can't be done. We said, okay, give us, chance. We were building a new office in Pune. We will roll it out there. Most employees are new. If they like it, that's fine. Otherwise, right? So with a lot of hesitation, we rolled it out. Today, that's a standard policy for them everywhere in the world. Right? They took the Pune learning, they brought it to Bangalore, they've taken it to London, they've taken it to everywhere. So they've gone to this place that nobody has an office, nobody has a desk. You book your desk the day you come in, and the real estate requirement is now calculated based on that. Earlier, real estate was based on one person, one desk, 110 square feet, whatever the number is, right? So it's changed. So I think in certain areas, there's lot and lot for us to learn. And in certain areas, I think we're setting a new benchmark. Right? So learn best from wherever you are. But I think at the end of the day, you got to design what works for you.